New at 5, jury selection began today in the Theranos fraud trial, which could send former Silicon Valley CEO Elizabeth Holmes to prison. KPIX 5's Len Ramirez is at the federal courthouse in San Jose, where this high-profile case finally got underway. Len?
That's right. It has been a years-long process just to reach this point. And the judge told prospective jurors today that if they do get selected, they could be on jury duty all the way until mid-December.
Morning.
Former Theranos CEO Elizabeth Holmes walked through a crush of reporters and cameras to reach the federal courthouse for the first day of jury selection, a process of narrowing down a pool of about 200 people to 12 jurors plus alternates who can judge the case impartially.
You can't find a jury that is completely ignorant, that hasn't heard about Elizabeth Holmes, and you wouldn't want a jury like that. What you're looking for is a group of people who can set aside their preconceptions and be fair.
We'd like to see a world in which every person...
Holmes was once the darling of Silicon Valley, a then 19-year-old Stanford dropout who founded Theranos, which promised to transform the medical world with a device that could measure health and spot diseases with only a drop or two of blood. The startup was once valued at $9 billion, but questions about the unproven technology came to a head in 2015.
But what about those who say that's not enough blood?
Every time you create something new, there should be questions. And to me, that's a sign that you've actually done something that is transformative.
Many patients were misdiagnosed, the company fell apart, and several high-profile investors lost big. Holmes now faces 10 counts of wire fraud and 2 counts of conspiracy to commit wire fraud. Now, recent court filings suggest her defense will try to pin the blame on her former chief operating officer and former boyfriend, Sunny Balwani, who was allegedly controlling and abusive during their affair.
Elizabeth Holmes will be arguing that because of the abuse that she suffered from her former boyfriend, who was the company's chief operating officer, she lacked the intent to defraud people.
Len, this is such a high-profile case, and so many of us know Elizabeth Holmes from what we've seen in interviews. I'm curious, how is she handling herself in the courtroom?
Well, she is very stoic as she walks into court, as you just saw, and she's like that inside the court as well. She is, paying attention to what's going on very intently. One thing, though, she did ask the judge to not wear a mask or not have to wear a mask during this whole proceeding. The judge denied that, saying that everyone in the courtroom should be wearing a mask, even her. So that was one defense tactic where she wanted to get, some FaceTime with the jurors and maybe make a personal connection somehow, but that was denied.
Interesting. All right, Len, thank you.